Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Anna and I'm a little bit spooky and I forgot to film an intro for this video that you're watching, so this is the intro a couple days later when I went to edit and I was like, oh you doofus. Anyway, in today's video we're reviewing the L'Oreal True Match Eye Cream in a Concealer. This is a new concealer on the market from L'Oreal with 0.5 hyaluronic acid, I believe. 0.5 hyaluronic acid. This is meant to give a little bit of skincare, a little bit of love to the under eye while competing with dark circles and puffiness and giving, you know, a little hydration in there. So what we did is a demo of the product, go over the claims, and then we do a little wear test and see how it held up by the end of the evening. So if that interests you, just go ahead and keep on watching. But before you do, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know some more drugstore foundation concealer products you would like to see me review, because that's one of my favorite things to review. On to the meat and potatoes of this video. Alright, let's demo this concealer. Looking at the bottle, this looks, or the little tube here, this looks awfully dark in my opinion. But this is the lightest shade. This is C12 Pale, and on the website this is the Cool Undertone lightest shade. So let's go ahead and give it a go. On the rest of my face, I've already applied the No. 7 Protect and Perfect Advanced Foundation, all-in-one foundation, because I feel like these would play well together. I don't know, they just feel like similar products with the kind of skincare vibe thing. But this is referred to as an eye cream in a concealer. Kind of coming for a cosmetics brand there, aren't we? It has 0.5% hyaluronic acid in it, and it does have some skincare claims. So I'm gonna take a little bit on the back of my hand. It looks a little dark when I first squirt it out of my hand. Like, it looks a little bit orangey. So we're gonna see how it looks on the under eye. I've kind of half played with it and that looked nice with, you know, like a bare face and stuff. See, to me it just looks kind of like it's already oxidized. So we'll see how this looks. I'm gonna apply with a beauty blender here, or a e.l.f. face sponge, and just start to tap it under the eye. Yeah, it's looking okay so far. It's a very thin formula. It does actually feel more like a tinted moisturizer type of product, like a BB cream type of product in texture. Like, it does feel like an eye cream. Yeah, it's I don't have like the worst dark circle issues, if you'd see. That's not a trouble area for me, but this is brightening them, and I guess the color is actually okay. I was real concerned about the color at first. And then I was kind of iffy on the coverage, because well, it doesn't look like it has very much coverage. And it really doesn't. I think if you have actual dark circles, this is not going to do it for you. This is pretty thin and light, and I'm putting on a fairly generous amount, more than I would put with, say, like an e.l.f. Camo Concealer. This is, I'd say maybe in coverage more akin to the Maybelline Fit Me. You know, it's just that kind of lighter, effortless coverage, but I don't think it's bad. I think it looks pretty nice. I think this is definitely going to be more for somebody who doesn't want a lot of coverage, but just wants a little bit of a correction. But if dark circles are a problem for you, or you really like a stronger concealer, this is not going to be for you. This is a good day-to-day, just to me, an easy breezy out the door concealer. It's not too dissimilar in coverage, I think, from Age Rewind, maybe. You know, it's not a revolutionary coverage wise, but it is brightening and does look pretty nice. Yeah, I don't hate it. I don't know if it's gonna settle or anything like that. That's what we're gonna find out today, but I think it looks very natural on the skin. It looks skin-like. It just looks a little bit more perfected. And I have been into a little bit more of a lighter coverage type of vibe lately, so this might be right up my alley. As weird as it looks on my hand, it just looks too dark on my hand. On my face, it doesn't. I am, again, applying a fairly generous amount. I'm just going to put a little bit right here just to kind of amp up the coverage of my chin. And it's applying incredibly easy with a sponge. You could probably do this with your finger and get a really light coverage. I did that the other day and it was quite nice, because it can sheer out really well. And it does seem to be a little bit kind of buildable. I think it looks really good. It looks pretty smooth on the under eye. See, let's see what some of these claims are. Care and coverage. The perfect match. True Match Eye Cream in a Concealer provides instant dark circle coverage with the care of an eye cream. 24-hour hydration for the eye area. Looks fresher, less puffy in 1 week. Formulated with 0.5 pure hyaluronic acid. It retails on the L'Oreal website for $14.99, which is, that's a lot for a concealer from L'Oreal. But I'm thinking because it has a hyaluronic acid, I guess, and they're marketing it to have that skincare benefit, which is, I've noticed more at the drugstore, particularly like with the No. 7 brand incorporating the skincare in their products. And now I'm seeing some more mainstream drugstore brands doing the same, which I'm not going to complain about. I'll take all the skincare I can get. But yeah, that did cover any darkness I have under my eyes and corrected things. And it looks light. It doesn't look heavy at all. Let me get in real close to my mirror here. Yeah, that looks like a very nice light coverage, and I think it does play well with like a tinted moisturizer or something that is a lighter coverage foundation. Yeah, it's quite versatile. It does seem fairly buildable. Yeah, I'm not mad at that at all. No, I think this really does have like some IT Cosmetics vibes going forward. I don't think it doesn't have that insane heavy coverage. It's a very lightweight product. It does still feel tacky under the eye. It doesn't really set down. And there's 14 shades. I can't really tell much by the picture on here or the pictures. It's a pretty limited shade range. Yeah, there's like 2 deep shades. Yeah, this shade range is kind of trash. But yeah, there's that. I thought maybe they just didn't have the full range at my store, but no. That's a pretty limited range. But otherwise, it is looking quite nice on the under eyes. I'm going to go ahead and set them down, and we'll see what it looks like. To set my under eyes, I'm going to use the No. 7 Perfect Light Loose Powder. And I'm just going to use a little brush. I think this might be a great product though if you're looking for one that is just a little more effortless and not so heavy, full coverage, full-on concealer. I personally have been into a more lighter coverage lately, and I think this is kind of the type of concealer I was looking for. I feel like this might be just a little bit more of a easier to use without going overboard accidentally type of concealer. Is feeling, as far as coverage goes, very NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer vibes. Our level, Age Rewind level. Dark circles are an issue for you. You'll probably need to color correct first, and I don't think this is going to cover it. And I think it's something like, it's odd that they are saying that it will take care of dark circles. Maybe that's why it has the orangier undertone to it, to cancel that out. I don't know, because it doesn't seem that highly pigmented to me. It's very thin. And again, it did build pretty well. And I mean, it covered my little trouble areas, but that's not a trouble area for me. I'm not somebody who has dark under eyes. I have shadowiness, but that's just from the shape of my face. I was real concerned about that shade at first. When I took it out of the little box, I was like, oh no, oh no, that looks orange. I don't know if that's gonna work for me. But perhaps that was intentional to kind of color correct. So far, so good. I haven't really seen anybody talk about this one yet at all, so yeah, I just saw it at Walgreens and I was like, I need to get that. I am going to do a wear test and wear it all day and check in the evening and see kind of how it's looking, if it's settling or anything, but so far, so good. It's doing pretty much what I want it to do as far as the concealer goes. I mean, if it's got a little skincare in it, I'm not going to be mad about that. A little hyaluronic acid never hurt nobody. And my under eyes don't look dry, they look set down nicely. It didn't get weird or gloopy. I did go in a little bit of a heavier hand with this one than I would with another, with a heavier concealer, just because I could kind of tell by the formula that it could be quite sheer, and I kind of wanted to build it up a little more. But when I, smooth out the back of my hand, it does sheer out to almost nothing. So yeah, this one you could really adjust to the kind of coverage you want. I feel like it did build really well on itself. It really does remind me of, say, like something like this. I think L'Oreal has something similar to this on the market as well. They have like the Paradise one, and I feel like they come out with like one that's geared towards more mature skin that's a similar type of product. I feel like this is kind of that, but in a concealer. I'm gonna go ahead and finish my face up, and we'll be back for some final thoughts and then the wear test at the end. Okay, and this is the makeup all finished for today. So far, I'm really liking it. I think it looks really nice on the under eye. It looks like skin. It doesn't look like I have a lot of concealer or makeup on my face, and I like that. I've been really into a very more natural skin look these days, and this is right up my alley, and like this is falling right into that category of that perfected but fresh skin look that I'm into. So yeah, so far on initial application, I'm really liking it, and I did not think I would. I really, when I just saw the color of it on my hand and the little bit I kind of had played with it, with just dabbing a little bit on, I was like, what's the point in this kind of thing? Like, I didn't think it did enough. But now that I've kind of given it a proper go and done it with a full face and all that, I think it looks really good. And this is a nice one to reach for just when you need to get out the door, but you just want a little bit of perfecting. This might be one to look into. Again, I don't think it's going to do anything for like really severe dark circles, but for my level of dark circle, I think it does really well. I can't speak to the claims of wearing it for a week and reducing the puffiness or anything like that, because I don't put concealer on every single day, so that claim or benefit doesn't really do anything for me. But yeah, I will check in throughout the day and we will see how it's wearing and what it looks like. But so far, I'm okay with it. I'm wondering though if the kind of the orangey tone that it had, like, it's like when I look at this, I see orange. I'm wondering if that kind of helped neutralize any darkness under the eyes and still just managed to blend out and kind of flow into my skin tone really well. I don't know, it's interesting. I found it to be fairly buildable. Impressed me. It did a lot more than I thought it would, because I really did not have high hopes for this concealer at all. I'll see you guys in just a little while. Just a quick check-in before bed. I'm about to go wash my face and everything, and the concealer looks alright. I have the eyeliner everywhere. I know my eyes were kind of watery. It's cold and windy, but I do think there's a tad more creasing than what I would normally have with my makeup. Otherwise, I still think it looks good. I mean, just barely more creasing than I would normally experience. But otherwise, I think it's a pretty okay concealer. Like, I mean, I wouldn't say it's anything groundbreaking or, you know, life-changing, but it's nice. And if you're looking for something that's just kind of easy and lightweight, want a little more moisturization, hydration under the eyes, you know, you're not worried about having terrible dark circles or a lot of creasing, this would be a good one to look at. But that's about it for this weird test check-in. Hear video games play in the background. I'm gonna take a bath and go to bed because I'm super sleepy now, and I can't wait to get these lashes off and wash my face, soak in some hot water. I will see you guys later. Stay safe, stay spooky.